I'd just like to return this game. Yeah, sure. Anything wrong with it? It was just too hard for me. Too hard. Thought you were built different. Look, I didn't come to this store for you to slander my blueprints. I'm built just fine. The game just isn't for me. You're right, this game isn't rated E for everyone. It's rated M for those with massive balls.
Would you believe me if I told you this is why I stuck with the game? My first introduction to a Souls game was when I went to my uncle's house. I was about 8 and 9 at the time, something like that, and I saw Dark Souls 2 for Xbox 360. I asked him about it, and he said that he was thinking about returning it because it was a really hard game. Guess he wasn't lying. And then like 7 or 8 years later, Elden Ring released. I didn't buy it at the time, but one of my friends, I'm not going to say who, told me to play it. And again, I'm not going to say who, but hi Blake. And like most new Souls players, when they first play a Souls game, I hated it. I got my ass kicked and I was only at the beginning and I couldn't be arsed. I just put the game away and said, I don't ever want to look at it again. But then a month ago, I picked it up again and started playing it every once in a while. But this week, I have fallen in love with the game. And all I did when I was playing the game was think, I want to make a video about this. But the original idea for the video was going to be very different. I was going to talk about my issues with the game, like how it sometimes feels like you have to grind for runes to progress, or how some normal enemies can seem harder than actual boss fights. And while I still do think those issues are valid, I just couldn't do it. This game has kicked my ass to hell and back. I have thrown controllers at my wall, and no, I'm not lying, and no, I don't want to talk about it. But after spending almost 35 hours with the game, I've started to realise why people love it so much. The game has one of the most beautiful art directions I've ever seen. It makes the blend of reality and fantasy together perfectly. And the acting is some of the best I've ever seen in a game. There's no more generic 20 to 30-year-old white guy who just got into some predicament and is so relatable. You're someone who's been exiled from the lands between for losing grace in the Erd Tree. And before you ask, yes, I looked that up. But I feel more connected with this guy than any of those boring protagonists because you, the player, are the protagonist. Just like the old Zelda games, you're not playing as Link. Link's just a way for you to kind of be transported into that world. He is the Link. The choices you make matter to your overall experience with the game. Me and my friends have told many stories about what we've experienced with the game. Some of my friends went straight to Margit and got their asses handed to them, and others, like me, waited and leveled up, and still got our asses handed to us. And yes, this game has made me rage like no other game has. But regardless of that, I kept coming back, leading me to coin the game as my personal Stockholm Syndrome. Now obviously the first thing you notice with Elden Ring and all other Soulsborne games is that they're really fucking hard and there's no denying that. I don't care if you're this sweet pro gamer and you're so sick and it's like, oh, it's so fucking easy, just get over it. No, they are hard games. But this difficulty is what kept me coming back. If you've seen my Breath of the Wild video, which you have seen it right, you know that I fucking love when a game forces you to learn new stuff by yourself. You slowly over time level up certain aspects of your stats and strengthen your weapons to progress, and when you take the time to level up, you'll notice it. Your pitiful ass smacks become powerful slashes, and I just love how even the sound design is supposed to make you feel like a badass. I also feel like Elden Ring is the first game in a long time to actually challenge me. A lot of AAA games I've played more recently, like Red Dead 2 or The Last of Us 2, don't give a shit about challenging the player. I think the last time I really had a challenge when beating a game was when I Platinum Modern Warfare Remastered on Veteran, but even that was just like, oh, just make the player have less health and the enemy deal more damage. But Elden Ring and other Souls games are hard because they're made to be hard. It finally feels like I have a challenge again. I'm not saying like I'm the best, for lack of a better word, best gamer out there, but I feel like a kid learning how video games work again. I mean, I loved the game so much, I went out and bought the Dark Souls trilogy before I even beat it. And can I just say, these discs are cool as fuck, man. Like, look at Dark Souls 2. This shit could be an album cover. Before anyone asks, why haven't you bought Bloodborne? Yeah, I'm gonna talk to my therapist before I do that. So I think that's kind of all I wanted to talk about. I just really like Elden Ring and I really wanted to make a video about it. I just wanted to tell people who haven't played the game or you're struggling with the game, please give it another go. Just beat Margit, and if you don't like it after that, fine. But just beat Margit first. I completely understand why someone may not like Elden Ring, and it might not even be for the difficulty, they may just genuinely not like it for some other reason. But just like the Breath of the Wild video, I really like the game and I just needed to get out of my system. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to hit 100 subs by the end of the year, so go check out my other videos if you haven't seen them already. I've actually made a playlist for the best videos, so go check that out if you're new. And I'll see you all later. Bye. But fuck the Dryonic Tree Sentinel, I'll fucking poison his ass.